Hi, my name is Jack Hardy. My channel is Guided by Spirit. Uh, Lately, I've been focused on being an empath, getting sober, and moving into spiritual awakening. Being an empath, for those who don't know, is like me, absorbing other people's energy, both positive and negative, and the different ways you can deal with that. Often going out in nature is a great way, or getting like barefoot in the grass or on the dirt for a little while. Some people hug trees. If you're at a party or something and you have no place to go, like except maybe a bathroom, it's good to maybe go into the bathroom and just take 3 or 4 deep breaths, close your eyes. That'll often help. So I wrote a script about a little bit about my story, and I'm going to have to check some of the notes on the screen from time to time. The name of this particular video is I Got Sober and Started Feeling Everything. This is what my spirit was doing. When I got sober, I thought I'd finally feel calm. I started feeling everything. Other people's pain, the energy in the room before anyone said a word, emotions that didn't belong to me sitting in my chest like they were mine. I thought something was wrong with me. Spirit had a different answer. If you've gotten sober, or if you've gone through any kind of awakening, and suddenly the world feels louder, more intense, more overwhelming than it did before, this video might be for you. I'm about to share change how I understood everything that was happening to me. And this is going to do the same for you. For years, alcohol did something I didn't fully understand. It wasn't just numbing my pain, it was acting as a wall. A buffer between me and the world, between me and other people's energies, between me and anything Spirit was trying to show me. I didn't know I was an empath. I just knew I always felt things too deeply, walked into rooms and absorbed the mood everyone else spoke, cried at things that didn't seem to affect anyone else, felt exhausted after being around certain people, even people I loved. Alcohol made that stop. For a long time, I called that relief. That moment I chose sobriety, something shifted. Within weeks, it was like someone had removed a layer of glass between me and the world. I could feel my coworkers' anxiety from across the room. I could walk into a store and know, without explanation, that something heavy just happened there. I could feel my own emotions, not as a background noise, but as a full body experience. Maybe you can relate. It was overwhelming. It was disorienting. For a long time, I thought I was falling apart. I wasn't. Spirit was opening me up. If you're sitting here right now or standing, lying down, if sobriety or grief or spiritual awakening has made you feel more instead of less, I want you to understand something. You were never too sensitive. You were protected from your own sensitivity, and now that protection is gone. That isn't a breakdown. That is an awakening. The first thing that happens when an empath gets sober is this. The energetic shield dissolves. Alcohol or numbing behavior creates a kind of energetic static. It doesn't just dull your emotions, it dulls your reception. Think of it as a radio signal. The numbing was interference, constant noise that kept you from tuning in. The moment the interference is removed, you don't just receive your own signal, you start picking up everyone else's. That's why you walk into a room and feel someone else's sadness before they say a word. That's why a conversation can leave you exhausted for hours. That's why certain places feel heavy and others feel light. This isn't you falling apart. This is your sensitivity coming back online. and your body will feel it as overwhelm. Tight chest, heavy limbs, a sudden need to be alone, because it's not used to receiving this much without the static. That is not weakness. That's your nervous system adjusting to its true capacity. Maybe you can relate. The second thing that happens is this. You start absorbing emotions that don't belong to you. This is the part that confused me the most in early sobriety. I would wake up in the morning feeling grief, and I couldn't explain why. I would talk to a friend on the phone and hang up feeling the anxiety in my body. I would scroll through the news feed and I could feel physically ill. I thought I was broken. What was actually happening is that I had no container. When you feel numb, your energetic boundaries are sealed, not healthy, sealed. Nothing gets in, nothing gets out. When you wake up, these boundaries don't exist yet. You haven't learned to hold yourself while also feeling the world. This is the work of empath awakening. Not shuffling the sensitivity down, but learning to know what emotions are yours and which ones you picked up carrying someone else's weight. If you've been feeling emotions you can't explain, Spirit isn't punishing you. Spirit is teaching you to read energy. If any of this video you can relate to, please write a comment. I read all the comments, respond to some of them. The third thing is, the one thing that changed everything for me, Spirit can reach you now. For years my soul was whispering, and I was drowning it out. Every sign, every synchronicity, every nudge towards something more was lost in static. When the numbing stopped, the whispers became words. I started noticing patterns I couldn't explain, numbers, songs, the same message coming from 3 different directions in one day, dreams that felt like instructions, moments of stillness that carried information. This wasn't coincidence. This was communication. Think of sobriety. Think of any awakening as clearing the line. Spirit was talking. You just couldn't hear it, and now you can. So if you are in this season right now, feeling too much, absorbing too much, wondering why it isn't getting any better, somehow made everything harder, I want you to hear this. You were not broken. You were not overwhelmed because something went wrong. You were overwhelmed because something is going right. Your sensitivity was never the problem. The wall was the problem, and the wall is gone. Spirit didn't open you up to hurt you. Spirit opened you up to reach you. If this resonated, leave a comment below. Tell me when did you first start feeling these feelings? What was happening in your life? I read every single one. If you're finding this channel, subscribe and follow me on this journey. There's so much more to share. I also be leaving a link in the description for some more free clarity calls on Zoom. They're about 20 minutes long. If you click in, you can talk about anything. We can do a meditation together. We can do breathing exercises together. You can ask about any aspect of this channel. You can comment on this video. You can tell me that I did too much reading off the screen. You can tell me that I should have worn another shirt. You can tell me anything. So thank you. I'll see you in the next video.